everybody, so I just gotta close out some apps. But today, what I thought I would do is react to a YouTube video about this vegan family, and apparently they feed their kids vegan. I'm not proud of that at all. That's why already I found this out from another video that I happened to click onto. Let me move this phone just a little bit closer. Bloop. And here we go.
Hey everybody, this is Dylan.
And this is Reese.
You come to our channel for fast, easy, healthy meals to take.
This is 1.5, guys. They sound awful at normal speed. They sound like they're kind of on something, and they talk real well. Both of them.
All the complexity out of your plant-based diet. Today we are showing you a what I eat in a day video with 3 super simple meals. Don't require a bunch of steps and prep and all this crazy stuff. Just get it done, get eaten, get out of the kitchen, and back to your life. How does that sound?
That sounds good to me because I'm hungry.
Let's get right to it.
Vegans are always hungry. They're always hungry. You're eating a lot of stuff that spikes your insulin, and you're eating a lot of stuff that is micronutrient deficient. Yeah. You are eating a lot of carbs and not enough micronutrients. And although you're eating vitamin C, which in theory helps you absorb more iron, it doesn't give you protein. Ferritin is a protein, and you need the ferritin in order to keep your iron up. Yeah. If you don't have enough ferritin, then your iron's going to go down. And I only know you need protein to get your ferritin up. The only reason I know that is because my iron was 19 millimoles at one time, but I only had a 10 in terms of my ferritin. Since I upped my meat intake, my iron went up to 23 millimoles, and my ferritin was 44 at the highest, 35 at the lowest. I haven't been checked since because COVID kind of made actually getting in to see the doctor kind of difficult. It used to be that I never needed an appointment to go see him, but when COVID hit, we had to make appointments all of a sudden. And so that wasn't fun. And now that my doctor fired me for no explainable reason, because he fired my brother too, which, come on. I mean, my brother? No. Just as well, my doctor can't even treat me anyway. I'm too complicated, I guess. I shouldn't be that complicated. I should be able to ask, hey, I want my thyroid panels checked. And then, boom, okay, we'll check your thyroid. But no, it's not even that simple. Oh, you're just underweight because you don't eat a lot, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's just that.
Making a very simple chickpea omelet. It's chickpea because of the...
Oh, and by the way, I was underweight because I was malnourished. I gained 10 pounds, which I needed, but I still feel like I could use 10 or maybe even 15 more pounds. So I still have a lot to try and figure out.
flour. This one actually says garbanzo fava flour. Whatever, it's all the same. It doesn't matter. I don't know why they mixed in.
By the way, eat too many freaking chickpeas. Just a little bit too much hummus. You're in the bathroom about to either puke or have the diarrhea, maybe both. I ended up having the diarrhea, but I about puked.
Some fava bean flour. They probably just needed to get rid of it.
A bean is a bean.
We're only gonna make about enough for a couple omelets, not a big batch or anything. Last time I made this, it was for dinner. Do you remember? You were like half asleep and I walked into the bedroom with chickpea omelets.
Yeah.
Half asleep, what was she doing? Was she actually working hard, or was she just for dinner? Dinner? And you're sleeping? What's wrong with you, girl? Oh, I know. Carbs and no nutrients. What a life to live. Woo!
Didn't know what to make. He had a bunch of random veggies in the fridge and came in with those, and I was like, make this more often.
This is perfect for having random veggies in the fridge. You can make this differently every time. It does not have to be the same.
Who wants to eat? Oh, by the way, we might be getting rain now. But, guess what? We cannot live on plants forever. Vegans, The wildfires are Mother Nature trying to tell you something. You cannot just rely on plants. And you're not just putting yourselves at, you're not just sacrificing yourselves, you're also killing off a bunch of, probably even deer, I would say, because deer like to eat a lot of the crops. They eat so much variety of plants. We're not deer though. Okay? Would you rather kill the deer just to keep the plants alive? Or would you rather kill the deer and eat it and thank it for its wonderful nutrition? I would rather kill and eat an animal and thank it for its nutrition. Just yeah.
These are my go-to. I got a little bell pepper, 1 green onion, a tomato, and I've got a few mushrooms and some spinach. That's what we're gonna do. Let's chop up some veggies and throw it in the bowl, and then we'll put it together into an omelet.
I'm gonna let you chop those veggies, and I'm just gonna do a montage.
I'm gonna let us do that. Let's get to the chopping.
Kill ya.
So fake. They're not even trying to show their happiness. This is awful.
Hell yeah, we are chopped. Veggies are ready. Let's
Shut up about kale. No one cares.
set them aside. We don't need them right now. Let's make our omelette base. I've got a cup of the chickpea flour. Throw it in a bowl. We're gonna whisk together.
Let's make some fake eggs. We're vegan, but we want foods that taste like eggs, don't we? Yeah, okay, cool. It's not like we actually require eggs and butter and fat for nutrition. By the way, somebody made a comment on one of my videos that they like how I say eggs. Eggs, 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 eggs.
There are a few things here. How about a little smoky paprika? Whatever, just, I don't know, half a teaspoon.
It's the Dylan way of measuring.
A teaspoon of onion powder. A teaspoon then of garlic powder. You
But
can use
Dylan-
minced garlic if you want.
Oh, my bowels hurt already just thinking about all this crap. Oh, frig. Ugh, all of this? No, You're basically making hummus, by the way.
How can I get this recipe?
Reeves has all these recipes
Except for the onion powder, you don't put onion in hummus.
down below in the description box of this video and a blog.
I think you probably do in certain types, but not the one that my mom made.
A little black pepper, grind it in. I like turmeric because it gives it a little color. I will measure on this. That's pretty good.
It's kind of like putting
They also make it also makes everything yellow. My mom was like, I used to put turmeric in certain things. My mom came home once and she's like, you got some yellow, there's some yellow stuff all over your fingers. I'm like, oh, that might have been because I was touching the turmeric. And she's like, oh yeah, that could be it.
turmeric in a tofu scramble. It just gives it that color.
Definitely. Black salt. If you want an eggy kind of flavor, but it has a
Yeah, it's not like we actually need eggs. We crave eggs. No, let's make stuff and use stuff that kind of gives us that eggy kind of reminder. Yeah, we don't need eggs, guys. We just want to make stuff that's like eggs. I don't see carnivores over here being like, I want to make something that tastes exactly like strawberries. Like, even like fruit gushers or just those candies, those chocolates that we used to like. You know, I want to make something that tastes like that. But you know what actually tastes like chips? Crispy bacon. Make some crispy bacon, bam, you got some chips. You got a chip alternative, people.
sulfury kind of flavor, which is reminiscent of eggs, if you miss that sort of thing. It's also salty. After all, it is salt. Put a pinch in and test it out, see if it's something you like.
So many people say they don't miss those flavors anymore.
That's good. I don't think it would be.
I actually don't miss eggs. I'll still eat them on occasion, but I don't need to eat eggs. I mean, maybe I do, but maybe I don't at the same time. I don't know. Because even people who eat ovo-lacto-vegetarian, they still end up getting anemia. It takes a lot longer for them, but they do. They end up getting anemia. And I feel like even if they were to base their diet around eggs and dairy, they would still get anemia because it's not complete like ruminant meat is. It's the infant basically, or no, sorry, it's the embryo of a chicken. So it's the embryo of a chicken egg, an unfertilized chicken egg. Do you think you're gonna eat the like a newly born like lamb? No, it needs to grow and develop first and get some nutrients into itself and get really, really healthy first. I would not eat a newborn. I mean, I guess some predators would bring down newborn animals, but I don't agree. I think you should let it develop first I think you should let it develop first and grow and get its nutrients in first. It doesn't matter what the animal is. And if you eat eggs, you're not getting the full spectrum, I don't think. So, ruminant meat, mainly.
Weird if you did. Here's a teaspoon of baking powder. Throwing that in. They'll give them a little rise on the griddle here. Now, Nooch, we need like a third of a cup.
Cheese isn't that complete in nutrition either. I don't think. I don't think it is. In some tribes, children will breastfeed up to probably 4 to 5 years. In the olden times, but guess what? They're still eating regular food as well. The breast milk is just helping them to grow better and keep their fat stores up, right? So yeah, breast milk is just for that. It's not meant to solely survive on all for the whole remainder of your life, for your whole life. It's not meant for that.
Of Nooch. Here's about a quarter, and that makes roughly a third. Close enough. If you haven't tried our non-fortified nutritional yeast, it's the best price out there and the best flavor too. Not fortified with any of the fake synthetic stuff.
It's very...
Nutritional yeast is the last thing I would suggest anybody eat. It really is, because yeast, yeah, let's fill your body with more fungus. Woo! It's not like you already got more fungus breeding in there or growing in there from all the sugar content. Carbs! Carbs all day.
delicious. And a vegan company.
Just whisk it all together so it's nice and whiskey.
Whiskey business. Wow, why is it so specific?
A cup plus a couple tablespoons, because a cup wasn't enough and I wasn't gonna write 1.08 cups. So I'll just overflow my cup and then that should be good. It doesn't have to be that exact.
This is ridiculous. I think an egg would have been made by now.
But you don't want it to be so runny that it doesn't become omelette-y, and you don't want it to be so thick that it just doesn't work well.
You'll never make the perfect egg as a vegan. You never will. You never will. You won't remember. Once you try an egg again, you'll be like, oh my lord. The vegan eggs I used to make, wow. I didn't realize how bad they were in comparison to this.
So let's see what happens with the cup. Check out that consistency. It's thick, but not like paste. Rinse your whisk right now so it doesn't get all sticky.
Now that would be whiskey business.
So now you can either pour the omelet onto the griddle, sprinkle the veggies on top, or you can mix it together. I think I remember liking it mixed together in advance.
When do you not eat veggies? It's all you guys eat.
I guess the veggies kind of cook into the omelet better on both sides instead of only on one side. I don't know. That could be in my head. Let's throw the veggies in. Let's start with a big handful like that. Give it a stir and see when it seems like too much veg.
When do you guys talk like you're on freaking edibles all day?
We're not there yet. I'm doing it all. Do it. I might want this a little looser. Looking nice. You can
CBD doesn't do that.
still stir it real easily. It's not too thick.
Whoa, that's a big one.
And then just kind of smooth it all out.
I didn't know you were gonna make them so big.
I mean, we did use a fair amount of veg.
Easier to make two big ones than a bunch of little tiny guys.
I suppose that's true. It might be a little harder to flip it if it's too big. Give it some time, let it finish steaming, and we'll check on them in a little bit.
An egg would be definitely done by now, and you'd be able to eat it. Over easy.
I used black pepper, but you could have used the crushed red pepper for a little heat. I'm already regretting it. I feel like we should have added that heat.
You got sriracha.
Ooh, that's what we're putting on top. Let's just see how it's doing. It can't possibly be ready. Oh wow, it's way more ready than I was expecting. It's only been a couple of minutes, and that underside is looking nice. So we just flip it and see what happens?
An egg only takes a couple minutes. You don't even have to add a bunch of crap to it.
Is it too soon?
Do you need two spatulas?
We might. As you can see, the non-stickiness of this griddle is highly effective. You can see this thing is not...
I suppose it probably has Teflon too. I know Daphne really goes into that. I still support Daphne Reloaded. Even if some of the stuff she says is a little bit out there, like smart dust and stuff. I tried Googling, radiation and heart attack-like symptoms. I couldn't find anything, and I tried smart parasites or whatever. I tried Googling it. I really did. I tried looking for it. I don't know where to look. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong places, but yeah, she's a little silly. A little silly. I think, personally, what happened with her, I mean, my sympathies, of course. That sounded miserable, but I don't think it was radiation. I really don't. I think it was, I don't know, she's not strict carnivore. It could have been just like a bad reaction. She I think she might have gotten sick or something too, like, because she needed oxygen there for a while, right? And, you know, she had some pains. It could have been just like, I don't know. It might have been just the last of the, well, it might have been just where an oxalate was, you know, there could have been oxalate stone or something, because you know, oxalates take a long time to fully come out of your body, right? They take a long time. Could have been that. It could have been, I don't know. There could have been an illness, because her blood even came back as high with a white blood cell count. So that could have all been related to an infection too, a slight infection. She was fighting something, right? So I'm not gonna say that it was an AI parasite, because I tried Googling it. I'm not finding anything. I'm not finding anything on AI parasites. I'm not. So either way, I'm not going to deny that she was in pain. I just think her theory is a little out there.
Stuck at all. It did indeed non-stick. Here we go.
Whoa!
Ooh, looking nice.
It's a savory pancake.
Here we go. Oh, that's too easy. That is too easy. Looking good. I'm pretty proud of these omelets. Wow.
Wow, Le Cordon Bleu, here you come.
Cordon Bleu, sign me up, boy. I need all the training I can get. Those guys eat funny. I think Luca will love this too. Now, I think if you want the inside cooked, you are gonna have to leave this thing for a good few minutes. Otherwise, your veggies might be a little on the crunchy side.
That sounds so gross. I don't even like runny eggs. I don't like them too runny. That sounds gross.
If you really wanted to get fancy, you could like put your veggies over here on the griddle first and let them sort of pre-cook and soften a little bit. Then you could throw them back in the bowl to mix everything up and back on the griddle. That's just if you want your veggies to be a little bit more done. They're a fast, innovative
I feel like that would give you food poisoning if you did it that way. I don't know why.
ways to get just the right texture that you like. I'm just dreaming with you. I did a little longer on the second side. I could flip again to crisp up the first side again, maybe. I'm eager to cut into this and see how done it is.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
What?
If it's underdone and you eat it, you're not getting some.
Dude! Your real omelet would be done by now if that's what you were making, but no, you have to do this crap. All of this crap, what the?
No.
You sure are not. Check this out. It looks pretty good. I don't know if you can see that, but it's looking pretty good. It's not like dried out like whole wheat flour would be. Mm-hmm. The green peppers are still a little bit crunchy. I love it. The flavor is so good.
I'm gonna let you have the first omelet. You can
Here
eat
it
that
is.
off a plate or just right on the
I think I want to taste it just like this. It's very handheldable. After you, it is hot. Sriracha, nice and colorful. Got our mushrooms, bell pepper, some tomato, spinach. It's a healthy treat.
You're not gonna absorb anything, especially now with the spinach added. Disgusting.
That's why you mix the veggies in. You get a veggie in every bite.
I'm definitely a supporter of mix the veggies in. So I thought this was gonna make 2 smaller omelets, but we ended up making quite a sizable couple of omelets indeed, eh, Reeves?
And you know what? This chickpea flour omelet, it's really filling. I could probably just eat half of it and maybe have like.
Yeah, and it'll also give you the diarrhea. It'll give you bloating and gas, and it will make you even probably puke.
Little fruit or steamed vegetable on the side and save the rest for a snack during the day.
Don't expect the insides to be like totally dried out. There's a little bit of moistness, which you like. It's good. You don't want it totally dry. This is the best way to cook it, right on this griddle. You saw how non-stick this truly is. Whoa. Chili lime. Whoa. Well, your world chili lime.
Heck yeah. That's my breakfast plate. What do you think?
Looks beautiful.
You can pretend to be refined and eat with a fork and knife, but why? This is a finger food breakfast.
I agree.
That's good.
How are the veggies for you? Are they al dente?
They're perfect. I'm gonna try this chili lime. See if my watermelon's good. That's a winner.
Wow, how did you know?
I didn't even bang on it. I just hoped. Awesome breakfast.
Well, I'm sure glad you liked it, Reeves, and we'll see you at lunch. Hello, folks. Welcome to lunch. We are making hamburger-less helper today. Reeves, I think you kind of came up.
Oh my lord. You guys are craving animal products. You're vegan, but let's make things that are like meat. I never really gave that much thought until Sverija and Daphne started saying stuff like that. Then I'm like, yeah, maybe they're right. Maybe they're right. Except I was never vegan and never will go vegan. When I was, sometimes I would crave meat. I'd be like, I want burgers. I want everything that I would crave Like, even when it was McDonald's, I wanted something that had meat in it to some extent. Even if it wasn't the healthiest meat, I wanted things with meat. And, you know, sometimes I would crave the sweets and sometimes I'd crave the savory stuff. I think a lot of the time it was meat, and like I'd crave chips, what I really wanted was bacon, or, you know, things like that. If I craved, you know, sometimes I craved eggs, but instead I made other stuff, and they weren't always the healthiest things. Or, you know, I always ate to live. I never lived to eat. I hate that we're told to eat to live now, or we have to be told that, rather, because now it's like, because it should just be obvious we have to eat to live. I hate that we're being told that we can live to eat. We should be enjoying food as well. No, food, like a new channel I just subscribed to. If you haven't, Nutrition Talk from a Former Fat Girl. She's amazing. I love her already. Love her voice. And love her, like, character. She says food is not meant to be enjoyed. It's not meant to have, like, kind of any emotional attachment. It should just be to live. And mostly that's how I ate. Sometimes I would eat something that I craved, but it was kind of too because I was hungry. If I wasn't hungry, I wasn't really going to eat it. Like, if I didn't feel like I needed any food, I wouldn't eat. Like, I didn't really go by emotion as much, but it was more about simplicity for me. So what I knew to get, where I knew, like, where things were. If I knew where certain things were, then I would just reach for that, right? And sometimes it wasn't always the best. But anyways, I'm going off here. Hamburgerless helper. Stop. Just stop. Get some real friggin' hamburger. Cut the vegan bull crap and just eat some dang meat.
This recipe, and it is a good one. But we gotta cook some lentils and some pasta because I didn't have any lentils ready in the fridge. You could use canned lentils.
I don't even know what lentils taste like. I would probably willingly try maybe one small bite, but I bet you it'd be disgusting.
For this, we're using 2 cups measured already cooked. So I just put in 1 cup of lentils. I think that's probably gonna be around 2 cups of lentils. We'll find out.
Yeah, but Dill, tell them how it's different from the last video.
Yes, we made this and we cooked the lentils in the tomatoey mixture, and that stopped the lentils from cooking because it's quite acidic. And acid stops things from cooking. You don't.
Huh? I haven't heard of that. What? Weird. Oh, you're gonna get food poisoning from that. Oh God. Oh God. I could see you getting really bad food poisoning from something like that, for sure. Like, I thought they could get food poisoning from the you know, taking the veggies off and putting them back on, stuff like that, because, like, being exposed to the air and, like, oxidation and stress and just, like, all this crazy stuff. Like, I don't know, I could be wrong on that one, but I feel like that, like, cook it, like, and they're not fully cooked. Oh, I see a bad food poisoning incident happening. Oh God.
Want to cook your
But they're not gonna blame it on the vegan diet. They're gonna be like, oh, I just caught a bug, I guess.
lentils in the sauce. So we've revamped this recipe. Now we're cooking the lentils separately and we're putting it all together after it's cooked. Save some time for your weekly lunches. Have the lentils ready in the fridge. You don't have to have a whole entire recipe ready in the fridge.
I heard about Vegan Deterioration talked about it. There's a product that was made with lentils. People were getting sick from them. Food poisoning from these things. I wonder if that was why. Cooking it in the acid. Okay, so they are splitting it up this time around. So, but yeah, I could see food poisoning happening from if you were to eat that, and I could see food poisoning from something like that because the beans have to be cooked.
But you could have some of your ingredients like lentils, quinoa, brown rice, your potatoes already in the fridge.
For a long time and soaked and then cooked. Like, Sorps.
Time and energy. Here's the pasta. We're using the chickpea rotini. I love the Barilla brand. It is the best brand for
More chickpea.
gluten-free pasta.
What the heck? You already had a chickpea omelet. Now you're having chickpea pasta? What? You haven't had enough legumes. Let's just add more legumes, more phytates, Less iron absorption. Woo! Oh yeah, make that woman of yours very deficient. Good husband. Good husband.
In my opinion, that doesn't all just like cook and then fall apart into nothing. We're a Barilla family.
Yeah, buddy.
Buddy, we'll put this all together in a few minutes. This one is a completely chop-free recipe. No chop, just a few simple ingredients, your lentils, your pasta. This one is cheap.
Well, you know why, Dill? I invented this one during the pandemic quarantine, so it had to be a pantry meal.
Yeah, we had a lot of no chop meals during that time. You can't beat that. Let's put this baby together. All it is now is mix things into a pot. A cup of soy milk, any plant milk will do.
Now we've got hormone endocrine disruptors. Yay.
A cup of water or veggie stock if you want.
You know what else you got there?
What I got?
Cool black.
This one? You like that?
Yeah.
Huh. A can of diced tomatoes, no salt added. Try to find the no salt added. It can get salty otherwise. Then I'm gonna use about a half of a 6-ounce can of tomato paste.
Dill, did you ever eat Hamburger Helper growing up?
I never ate Hamburger Helper until college, actually, when I was eating on the cheap. And that stuff.
I hated the hamburger helper we tended to get because it was like the lasagna flavor. It was supposed to be lasagna flavor. I don't know why, but it tasted like puke to me. I don't know what the spice was, but whatever it was, it made it taste like puke. The only one I actually kind of liked was like a cheese one.
Can be cheap, but it is not healthy. And this is cheap and healthy. This is.
It is not healthy. Hamburger Helper's not healthy either because it's, packaged. It comes in a box. But this is worse. I would say this is way worse. Way worse. Might be cheaper, but it's way, way worse. Why are you eating like people from the Great Depression? We're not in the Great Depression anymore. We don't have to live that way.
Obviously ideal. Let's throw some things in. I got a couple teaspoons worth of onion powder. We got some garlic powder going in. Oh, now it's really smelling good. Some dried oregano. Keep it whisking, keep it whisking, keep it whisking. The oregano is a very important one if you're trying to mimic Hamburger Helper. I don't know why, but they must have used oregano.
Maybe that's what it was that made it taste like puke. Could that have been why? Because it tasted like puke. It really, really did. It even smelled a bit like puke. I don't know how my parents and my brother ate it. I'm like, this tastes like puke. I think I actually said that once too.
All of them. Smoky paprika. Doesn't have to be smoky, but whatever. Nooch. We need a good amount of nutritional yeast. Oh,
again with that. Dude. Tell me you are craving meat without telling me you are craving meat.
yeah, get that in there. That's that well your world, Nooch. There's some mustard seed powder. If you don't have mustard seed powder, you could just use mustard. I like it a little spicy, so we'll throw in just a little bit of crushed red pepper.
But if you don't like spice, don't add the spice.
Yeah, it's really easy like that. I will say we do have a surprising number of people who see the crushed red pepper, know they can't handle the heat, but since it's in the recipe, they do it anyway. And I'm like, you gotta know when to not include the things that don't work with you. So don't put in the crushed red pepper if you don't like it.
Pepper responsibly, you know? This
is essentially just our base, right? Hamburger list, helper list base. This was an 8-ounce box of pasta. Maybe we won't add it all just to make sure that we've got it soft.
Holy crap. And I bet you they're gonna eat that whole entire thing. And then blame whatever stomach issues they get afterwards on a bug or something. No! When you have stomach issues constantly, you're not admitting it to the camera right now, but when you have stomach issues constantly, that is not normal. That should not be normal. Oh, yes, it is normal for me. It was normal for me. It's not anymore because I don't eat the things that made my stomach that way.
Reebs likes things saucy. There's one, that's two, and a little bit. Throw it in. Let's get to stirring. We'll see if we want to add in.
Today, I had a little tiny bit of a bowel thing, but you know what? It was the least problematic of my bowel episodes because normally my bowels back all the way up and then they want to just, start giving me problems. I think I'm finally starting to heal in terms of my, I guess it was gastroparesis. Because I did have borderline diabetes. I know I did. I'm pretty sure that I did because the way that my sugars would just plump, like I had the sugar shakes bad even after like 4 hours of not eating before. I would have those shakes. I would get shakes. I would feel sick. And again, that's how you check. You don't even have to get a glucose monitor. Just stop eating for 4 hours. If you start getting shakes and feeling really dizzy and sick, you have diabetes. You have diabetes. It's not normal to get shaky and sick after only 4 hours. I can go 12 hours now and not even get the slightest bit of shakes. I think if you were to go maybe 24 to 48 hours, you might start getting a little bit shaky and weak. But yeah, 4 hours and then you get shaky? No, that's not normal. And by the way, digestive issues constantly is also not normal. That should not be a normal thing. No other animal lives like that. Their stomachs are made to digest all these plant foods. That's what the rumen is for. That's what chewing cud is for. That's what all, Sorry.
Rest of that pasta.
Oh,
That's
now it's
looking nice. It's nice and saucy. Everything's hot, cooked, ready to go. We simmered that sauce for just a minute or two. It's just enough to get all the flavors going. We're gonna throw in the rest of that pasta.
You're wild.
I am wild.
What broke college kid can't make this either, honestly? It's not like we're not busy too.
Hey, I know in college I made a lot of pasta, so that's no problem. The lentils, if you can't cook lentils, if you can cook pasta, you can cook lentils. But you can get the canned lentils. No salt added too is definitely possible. One thing I used to do with Hamburger Helper back in college is I would also put in a can of mixed veggies or the frozen mixed veggies, and that would add a little vegetation to the dish. You could do that now. That's
Yeah, because 100,000+ years ago, we ate vegetation all day, every day, didn't we? Yeah, we ate it year-round, didn't we? We gotta eat those veggies every friggin' day, guys, because that's what we ate 100,000 years ago before agriculture. We ate it every single day, mostly vegetation. Where's the logic?
why I brought it up. I didn't. This is just gonna be all starchy and potatoes and flavor.
Why
But you
not?
could definitely throw in some veg.
You should know the type of stomach you have just by the size of it. If you don't have that barrel-shaped body, you cannot, like, look at an orangutan. Look at the shape of its body, and then look at you. Go in the mirror, look at the shape of your body, and then go look at the shape of the body of an orangutan. Look at the shape of it. They have this like barrel-shaped body, right? That's how I heard them described as. So that's because they've got the stomach for digesting more plant matter. We don't have that. This is ridiculous. Every plant digesting, like anything that eats mostly plants, they have certain organs within their body that also help. We don't have those same organs. We got a gallbladder and an appendix. That's carnivore stuff. Those are for carnivore creatures. Orangutans and gorillas and them, they don't have gallbladders and appendix and the appendix. They have, I don't know what the plural is for appendix, but they have the cecum. I don't think they have gallbladder, but they do have the cecum in place of the appendix, I believe. Right? We don't have the cecum.
Why not serve it over like a bed of steamed broccoli? Must be hankering steamed broccoli
Yay, more endocrine disruptors.
because I keep asking for it.
Well, we should have some for dinner then, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Let's have a broccoli dish for dinner. Let's get to the eating here. It's gonna be hot, Reebs.
I'm gonna let you have the first bite.
Omelette? Like, that was breakfast. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Nice and creamy. We didn't even use nuts. We used soy milk. Play with this base idea and take it to the moon and back.
I just can't get behind this whole soy thing because taste-wise, good.
Any which direction you want. Now, if you use the good chickpea noodles like we did, these ones don't really fall apart. So you could put this on low, cover it, and it's not gonna turn it.
I feel so friggin' bad for it. Shame on you guys. Shame on you guys. Your kids are eating all this crap too. I guarantee that. Shame on you. Selfish, disgusting parents. Disgusting. You need to let your kids eat meat. Or feed them meat. Stop. Don't. You're abusing your kids. That's all I'll say.
Into total mush. So hearty. Oh, I love the lentils and the pasta together. That gnocchi flavor and the tomato.
You can cook this like a casserole too.
Oh, you can. You could take this, just like that, put it in a little Pyrex, sprinkle on some breadcrumbs if you want to, and then throw it uncovered in the oven for, 20 minutes until you get the texture that you like. You better taste this.
That is one nostalgic smell.
It's crazy how real it smells.
That is some hearty, delicious comfort food. This dish is all over the Well Your World Facebook
Comfort food. Yeah, that's why we eat. For comfort, isn't it?
group. Then every once in a while, someone will say, you know what, I didn't really care for it. I question that person's taste buds.
Somebody's gonna say that to any recipe we make ever, Yes, join us in the Well Your World Facebook group. We have an awesome community there. Almost 30,000 people hanging out, putting up pictures of their food.
That's where you're gonna see people put their own variations and spins on things, which I absolutely love.
I'm glad you love it. We're gonna eat lunch and we'll be back for dinner. It is dinner time, and guess what Reeves wants? More pasta.
Well, I wanted broccoli, but we haven't had this recipe in a while.
We don't always eat pasta 2 times in one day. Sometimes actually I eat it all day because I'll make one big pot of something that has pasta and eat it all day long. And this is red lentil pasta. We made the chickpea pasta at lunch. Well,
More lentils. More frickin' phytates. More oxalates, even. I'm pretty sure they all have oxalates. Everything in this has oxalates. I have had a kidney stone before. Mine were not painful. They were small enough that they came out and I didn't even really notice it. The only reason I knew it was a kidney stone was because I remember, this might be TMI, but I remember I wiped down there and then something fell out into my hand. I'm like, ew, what is that? And then I feel it. It's almost got this weird shape. It's like people have described it. And it sounded exactly like what I had in my hand. It was the strangest thing. Like it had this little blade-like, they say it's like a tail. And that's kind of what it was like. It was like a spiky tail. I was fascinated, but at the same time, shocked. I'm like, wow. So I do have kidney stones. Wow. Wow. I was blown away.
Really changing it up. Red lentil pasta.
Are carbs bad for you?
No, carbs are not bad for you. Carbs are the primary fuel of the human body. You
Explain diabetes. Oh, diabetes is fat. It's too much fat. Vegans have diabetes. Yeah, but vegans eat a lot of fat too, and it's processed vegans. No, I dare you to go carnivore, completely carnivore, or at least heavy keto, heavy meat-based keto. Go heavy meat-based keto. 10 to 20 grams total carbs a day. Guarantee you will have no more high A1C. If you get the shakes, like I said, after only 4 hours of not eating it, if you start feeling really moody and if you start feeling really sick, diabetes. That screams diabetes. Maybe even borderline. But it still screams diabetes. Diabetes either incoming or diabetes at your, yeah. It's got a hold of you now.
should be eating carbs. You should always be carb loaded. The difference though is that it should be healthy carbs.
None of these are healthy carbs. None of these. Carbs!
The garbage.
Now that they're promoting carbs, I can do that more than ever now. Carbs! Woo! Carbs!
White pasta, for example, that so many people eat. You want to eat the healthy whole food stuff. The red lentil stuff is really
Carbs all day.
good. Whole wheat pasta is really good, but the white pasta, not so much. There's not a lot of good in that, except there's a bunch of calories. This is gonna be our creamy pesto pasta.
Nice.
That's pasta. All right, we do have a little chopping to do. It's just a little broccoli and an onion. It's not like the greens are just the broccoli. We got the spinach, we got the herbs. It's gonna be a good one. I've got
Oh my gosh. Again, with a bunch of herbs and spices. I bet you they're gonna throw more friggin' hot stuff in there too. Like, yeah.
one yellow onion.
Didn't they have onion spice and didn't they have onion and stuff in their last two meals? Holy crap, man.
I've got a cold pan here. You can preheat your pan if you think you're fancy or whatever and you want to have it all ready. I'm not going to fight you. One good thing to do is to get everything out so you've got it all ready and then put things away as you go.
If you're not the cook in the house, you should be the prepper and the washer. That's all I'm saying.
We're going to be blending this, so you don't need to chop this onion very well. Just chop it enough to be able to saute it. I've got these beautiful broccoli stems. I'm going to use some broccoli, blend it up in the sauce, but we're going to save probably this much for...
Yeah, because that's what we ate 100,000+ years ago before agriculture. Yeah, we ate stems and the flowers and leaves and stalks. Yes, that's what we ate. We didn't have the ingenuity to make bean curd into like processed meat type things. No, it's not like, no, we actually had to eat real meat if that's what we wanted. It wasn't like meat was, essential or anything. No, it was, we just ate it because it was a treat. No, you're completely insane to believe that this is our natural diet. 10,000 years is not enough time in the evolutionary lifespan. No, it's not enough time at all. No, it's not. It's not. We're all still human. We are. We are all still human right now. Okay? If 10,000 years ago was when we were able to start eating meat less and less. We wouldn't have had the problems that we still do even now. We wouldn't have had people dying of like atherosclerosis. We wouldn't have had people dying of loose teeth. If the plant diet was better for us, we wouldn't see that in the populations of 10,000 plus years ago. Because even 10,000 years ago, people were getting atherosclerosis and really bad teeth. And what is that? When children are really, really, really iron deficient, something with their eyes or something with their brain, the shape of their brain. Yeah, it's bad. It's really, really bad. It's bad. 10,000 years is not enough time. And if people are still getting tooth problems, even now eating with too much, even eating a whole bunch of plants, that means you're eating the wrong diet. Hello? It's not just about brushing teeth, you know.
What we're gonna put on top of the pasta. And we'll use these stems in our sauce, okay? Again, roughly chop this up. Maybe the stems we chop a little bit smaller because we want them to cook and soften.
Nice, it's a zero waste recipe.
So let's go to the stove and start a saute. This is so much easier than any other scratch cooking like in standard America land. It's so easy. We chop for like 2 minutes. I'm gonna use a little bit of veggie stock to add a little more flavor as we go here just to keep things from sticking and
Oh yeah, it's not like you need beef or anything, no, okay.
burning. Try to find some low sodium or no sodium veggie stock.
Yeah, no salt, no sugar, or no salt, no fat, no protein. By the way, they had no fat and no protein. So, no true protein. No actual protein. Oh, by the way, I have a little parody of a vegan teacher song. Alrighty, this is for you out there who are fans of vegan teacher songs. I'm gonna make a parody. Here we go. Plants have protein, they really, really do, but the issue is they aren't absorbed well at all. Plants have protein, they really, really do, but why the heck are you vegan? 'Cause plants aren't absorbed well at all. There we go. Thank you.
Adds a little more flavor than, say, doing it with water. Water works great too, though. Why no oil? Because you don't need it. Oil just adds a ton of fat, which makes weight loss really challenging.
Oh, shut up. You wonder why you end up getting gallstones in your later years. You're going to get them. You are. I am lucky. I am so lucky I never got to that point where I would need my gallbladder out. I eat fat like there's no friggin' tomorrow. I will take a friggin' stick of butter right now and chew off like, what? I don't even know. I do that. Guess what? The more fat I eat, the less acne I have, the more smooth my skin is. I sleep better. I like my anxiety's better. I don't crave as much. And my periods are not as painful. There's just so much that you're missing when you don't eat fat. Oh, by the way, vitamin D, vitamin D3, vitamin D3 in particular, vitamin D3 is a big one. Hello, most people are deficient. That's why they're so sick so often and so sick so badly, and yeah.
Clogs your arteries, especially if you're trying to get to a healthy weight. Easiest way.
Oh, by the way, it's canola oil. It's the highly processed oils that cause problems with your arteries. If you were to eat butter and cheese, like full fat cheese, full fat milk, full fat, like leaving the fat in the eggs, the yolk, leaving the tallow in the beef, leaving the soot in the chicken, yeah, you're fine there. But no, stop this low fat this is 1990 nonsense. Stop.
To lose weight is to cut out the fat and eat healthy whole starches like we eat on every recipe on this channel pretty much.
Carbs all day.
Let's throw in some garlic. Oil adds a lot of richness to things, so when you take it out for health reasons, you gotta add a lot of other flavor. Garlic.
Yeah, I got low-fat yogurt by accident one time. Blah, disgust. Oh my god. Oh, I nearly puked.
Onion are great for that. The pepper. You just have to amp up your herbs and
Oh, and my mom accidentally bought it one other time too. Oh, I'm like, this is disgusting. What is this? She's like, I bought the low-fat yogurt by mistake.
Spices to get lots of flavor out of the food. For people that are new to this diet, the thing that blows their mind is, oh, I didn't know you could add so much without it tasting funny. That's what you gotta do when you're taking out
It will still taste funny.
all the really rich stuff.
If it doesn't, that means you're so malnourished, you don't even know what things are supposed to taste like. You don't know that these things are actually bad for you because you're so malnourished. You have no zinc, no iron, no nothing. So everything tastes good to you. You are starving yourselves. You are micronutrient deficient, like I said in the beginning.
Like the oil, excess salt. American eating has a lot of salt.
Look, you need salt and you need fat. I can't believe it's 2023 and people are still believing this. They're still believing all this crap. You need salt. Do you see deer going up to the fruit trees and licking the juice off it? Licking the juice from the fruits? Maybe they might if, you know, they're looking for just anything. But no, deer are like do you see them just take a little bite from the fruit and just suck the juice out of it because they need sugar? No, you will find them going and licking salt rocks. What is, ugh. We're the only freaking mammal that thinks salt is bad. Salt saved me from throwing up on day 3 of keto.
That you don't want, elevate your blood pressure. You want to get to a point where you can survive and live healthy without the need for a bunch of meds, like cholesterol and blood pressure meds. The 2 most prevalent in the USA. We're just going to give that a few minutes to saute. Our pasta's going, our sauce is going. Let's prep our steamy broccoli and get all that in there too. You don't want to bite into this big monster piece, so just cut things so that they're bite size, and we'll throw it right into this steamer. There we go, a nice big steamer basket of broccoli. What do you think of that?
Yes, I've been asking for that all day.
Keep adding a little bit of veggie stock as you need it. When things start to dry out, let's get this going. We only have a few minutes left on our pasta. Our sauce is only going to take a minute to blend up real quick, so we'll steam our broccoli and everything's going to come out at the same time.
Wow.
So easy.
It's like you're good at recipes or something.
Not really, just normal. And you can be too. Not you, Reeves, but.
I don't know if he made a jab at her or not, but I don't even care. I just want to get through this because I'm frustrated with him. I'm very, very mad because they feed their freaking kids vegan. Oh, these parents, the ones that feed their kids vegan. Oh, I just want to smack the sense back into their freaking heads for what? I want them to get freaking logic in their brains again. I just want to take them and shake them until the logic returns into their head, and they're like, wait, so my kids should not be blah, blah, blah. This shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be happening.
These veggies are nice and soft. Let's just dump them into the blender. I'm gonna throw in a couple more tablespoons or so of nutritional yeast. It just adds such a good flavor, especially to these creamy dishes. I've got a whole cup's worth of basil leaves. Call that a cup, like a nice big handful. This is a whole bunch of parsley that I just rinsed. I didn't intend to use the whole thing, of course, but like that much. We're probably gonna throw in a good couple of handful. That's a lot. A little more. That's plenty. This is gonna be a nice green sauce. You know what I mean?
By the way, I guess I don't mean smack as in like, you know, vegan gains type of like, I'm gonna punch your head. No. What I mean is take the little spoon and smack them on the butt, you know? Naughty, naughty, naughty. You know how the parents used to, just not so hard that it, you know. I'm not actually gonna do it. Don't come after me. I'm not actually gonna do it. But I wish I could smack some level of sense into them somehow, right? Like shake out. No, I wouldn't, and I would never shake a kid. I would never shake a baby. Never, 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 never. Do not get that in your head. I would shake the parents and be like, you know, if they were lying down, I'd be like, hey, you know, shaking them awake kind of thing, you know, get up. Listen, you're going on your buying meat today, feeding your kids meat. You can feed yourself the way you want, but you're abusing your kids. You know, that kind of shaking.
Lemon. You can't have a pesto without lemon. At least 1 lemon, maybe 2. Squeeze in the lemon. We're gonna use soy milk because we want this to be creamy. Remember, I didn't put any nuts.
Soy is sour. Oh my lord, I tried freaking tofu. Okay, I tried that. Regular soy milk? Dude, if soy tastes really good to you, you're deficient in something. Clearly.
In this, if you want it to be a little richer, add some fat. Add some cashews. Raw cashews are really good for making it nice and creamy. So
you need fat, okay? Stop.
Try that out. I didn't do it this time, but it's usually oil and pine nuts. Pine nuts.
Why do you even want to lose weight? If you're a vegan and you want to lose weight, all these carbs are not going to do it.
Our big pesto ingredients. I've done it with walnuts. That's really good. But pine nuts are really expensive, so some people try to avoid those.
Pine nuts and blueberries, by the way, great cereal alternative if you're just starting out and you still, like, you know, can't really kick your cereal addiction completely. Great alternative. I'd be careful though because blueberries in high amounts can lead to diarrhea. I learned that the hard way.
Doing it without the nuts altogether today. And you tell me what you think and if it needs more lemon. Do you like it?
Yeah, what do you think? Would you put more lemon?
It
wouldn't hurt.
I would put more lemon. It doesn't have a strong lemony taste. The flavor is really good. So I'm gonna add some more. And I bet you'll like it because you love lemon juice. Okay, one more little spin. Our pasta is ready. I'm sure our broccoli is ready too. Let's just strain this pasta out. We got our broccoli ready to go. You can just serve it sauce, pasta, broccoli, build your own bowl, or you can just go ahead and start adding sauce. You don't even have to add all of it. I like to add a little sauce after I make pasta just to keep it from all sticking together. And now you could probably just go ahead and do a build your own and add more sauce on top. All right, let's make you a bowl of pasta. Your second for the day.
Serve this to a kid and call it like the Incredible Hulk meal.
And then boom, this is green on green. There you have it, a beautiful broccoli pesto. What did that take, 10 minutes to make?
You can do a little pine nuts on top.
You sure could. Ready for a taste?
Endless possibilities.
Amazing. We gotta make that shirt.
Wow, that is one fresh and amazing sauce. This is good hot or cold, this dish, by the way. Leftovers are just gonna get even that much better once everything marinates in the fridge. Oh man, perfect for summer.
And so fast and easy. People think pasta has to be complicated. It doesn't. I forgot that we have some of our cashew parmesan left over. This is so good. We didn't show you how to make this today, but all it is our Well Your World nutritional yeast blended up with raw cashew.
More nutritional yeast. Oh my lord. Guys. You are deficient. You are craving meat. You are craving animal foods. Stop. Stop trying to kid yourselves.
Ooh, this adds a nice rich flavor too. Just sprinkle it on top. Now you got a little bit of added fat, healthy version of fat, not a bunch of concentrated oil. A little crushed red pepper too. We need a little more heat.
It's not a healthier version of fat. You know what the healthiest version of fat on the market is? Butter, tallow, any ruminant fat, you know? Chicken fat, I'm not gonna bash on completely, but I would be a little more careful because of the fatty acid profiles. Same with pork. Things like cow is what I mean. Like, you want cow fat, lamb fat, you know? I don't want the high Buddhism, crazy vegetarian people in my comments going, oh, but the fat is toxic, the fat is this and the fat is that. No. Especially from a cat. No. No. Don't lie to me and tell me you don't drink milk. Okay? And if you don't, if one of you guys are vegan, just no. No. You're just unhappy because you're not happy with the way things are going for you. Okay, just admit that, please.
I'll try now that I've souped it up a little bit. So simple and rich. I love this. Steamed broccoli is the best. This is an excellent dish.
Or you just want to try to prove that you think you know something. I know what I'm talking about because I used to get, dude, when I would get sick before, I would always get super duper duper sick. Like when I'd get a cold, I'd get a cold. That cold that you heard me with in September, that's what my usual colds are like. The last two colds I've had these past few times, they didn't block my nose up and they didn't make my throat all filled up. The worst, like the last one that I had, it started kind of like it was in my nose, but again, I didn't have like the runny nose, and this cold made me like, it was in my lungs. It was more like lungs. It was more my chest and my lungs and stuff. I didn't really have much of a phlegmy cough though. It was very dry. You could hear like a little stuff move around every once in a while, but anyways, so vitamin D, I'm getting vitamin D apparently from the animal fat. Okay.
Gotta make this one, y'all. There you have it, 3 super simple meals. This is how we really eat in a day. You had the omelet, the pasta, and the pasta. Endless possibilities. Put these ones on the pantry door and put them in your rotation. All the recipes are down below, so check those out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Awful. I just have not much to say because knowing that they feed their kids vegan, I'm just disgusted. I'm absolutely disgusted. This is it. No. Anyways, guys, that is all I have for this video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. And maybe send me some stuff, because I'm running out of ideas, man. I'm running out of ideas. Okay, so let me know, and I'm actually going to be working on something too for the channel. It's going to be a surprise. I may still be able to do some uploads, but we'll see, because sometimes I do have to take little breaks from it. We'll see what happens, okay? But you're gonna love it. You are. I know you are. You're gonna enjoy it. It will be like a little, I'm not gonna tell you what it's about, but I'm gonna tell you it's kind of gonna be like a movie, But the thing is, there's gonna be no visual. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a description thing in the background so that you know what's going on. Okay? So, and then you'll get to know kind of how we blind people watch movies. Alright? So, hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!